Last time on Band of Bothers. The group had an afternoon to themselves and decided to chill out and do their own thing. Frida caught a lot of fish and then got herself kidnapped by a deranged halfling that she once knew. Alpheus rescued a diplomat named Cassandra, who comes from the nation of Pavonoctus. Barlam managed to discover a secret dungeon in the cellar that was occupied by cultists. They managed to make their way through the dungeon, save Frida, and defeat this insane halfling who vanished before their eyes. As she was being dragged...
Pavonoctus. That's literally Daddy Night. Night Daddy.
Pavonoctus. Yes.
That's a nation called Night Daddy.
Can we call it Night Daddy from now on?
I am the Night Dad.
Good day, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone else, and welcome to Band of Bothers, an actual play Pathfinder podcast. I'm Stephen, the host of this here podcast, and the master of the game that we are about to play, and that you, dear listeners, are about to listen to. With me today, I have Twermus as Barlam, the human rogue. Oh, sorry, we can't call you a rogue, can we?
Hello. I'm a bit still sore about that.
Alright, I'll keep that into consideration. We have Josephine playing as Frida, the half-elf druid, with her lovely white lioness, Teapot.
Hello.
And the dogiest doge to ever doge, Edgar, playing as Alpheus, the doge druid, with his somewhat derpy white wolf, Snuffles.
Yeah, first time campaigner, full-time burden. That's me.
This is the whitest campaign ever.
Yeah.
So we will pick things up the following morning. Everyone is relatively well rested and ready to set forth on the next leg of your journey.
Before we do anything, I need to set my spells.
Same.
I'm not having this shoot me in the foot again.
As you are setting up your spells, I'm drinking my morning tea, and as I get flashes of last night about the fight, I burst out laughing. Man, really? What was that? A kid with kung fu? Wow. What was that?
Yeah.
Hey, gang. What was that kid doing there?
She was pretending to be a snake person or something.
I just passed you the tea from my bag and the dried milk. Oh yeah, I don't need dried milk because we're in a settlement.
You're in a castle. You haven't seen any livestock.
If you add flour to that, you could make it fried milk, as in pancakes.
So everyone has pancakes for breakfast, and it's delicious. And Alpheus has a pudding of biting his toenails and setting his spells.
Can everyone roll me a d6 for pancakes?
Oh no,
Really?
It's me that has to cook because I have the cooking skill.
I shall roll a d6 for pancake.
You have 2 pancakes.
Oh, 2 pancakes, yeah.
Frida is feeling particularly chubby today and eats 5. Alpheus does 1 better and eats 6.
Yeah, damn straight.
Perhaps Frida doesn't eat all of the pancakes and Teapot gets at least 1 of them, but yes.
So Snuffles gets 0 and gets grumpy, like usual.
I feed Snuffles some of my pancakes. Or more appropriately, he stole them.
I'm unable to eat more pancakes than 2 because of shenanigans, and I hate shenanigans.
Yeah.
I retire outside for a pipeful and continue my snide and quiet laughter outside. Anytime I see a kid or a halfling in my life again, I will just burst out laughing.
Oh, you're going to have fun when you get to Finnegand, home of the halflings, and just like, ah!
When saying that I'll ever get there.
If you ever go to Finnegand.
Yeah, let's take out the when and change that to no.
No, that's where Frida's from, so you might. Anyway, people preparing spells, please tell me what you're getting.
Right, level 0 spells, Spark, No Direction, Purify Food and Drink, and Flare. Level 1 spells, Entangle, Cure Light Wounds, and Produce Flame.
Frida, if you are from the place where there's halflings and you're a half-elf, was your daddy a halfling and your mum an elf, or the other way around? Because you're half something and half halfling because you're from the halfling place.
Considering I'm not really sure, what hint does that give you?
But you're 17.
Are you 17?
Yeah.
Oh my no. I'm 31.
Not that it means anything.
But
Should we be letting you drink or going adventuring? Isn't that
She hasn't actually drunk any alcohol since starting this adventure.
MM for mature?
well, I tried a sip at that bar, and it was just like, ugh.
Yeah, so Alpheus lapped up the rest.
Yeah. I get even worse feeling and retire even farther from the group. Just scoot out to the other side of the settlement.
So Alpheus immediately is like, where's Barlam? And his nose goes overdrive when he goes rushing out to find Barlam.
Yeah, as I said, to clear that up, my mother's human. And,
Okay.
I
How?
don't know my
How?
father.
Wait,
Huh?
are you a third human, third halfling, third elf? But you're half elf.
No, she's not
Half-elf.
halfling at all.
My mother moved to Finnegan.
Oh, right. But if she moved to Finnegan and there are only halflings there.
I didn't say there's only halflings, it just happens to be the home of the halfling.
No, what I'm saying is that when she became pregnant, she looked for a place to settle, so she moved to Finnegan.
Oh, but what's the other half then?
The elf half.
Yeah, but where? From where?
I don't know.
Is he a drow?
All I know is it was an elf.
Nelf.
An elf.
A Nelf. Interesting. Anyway, continue.
Okay.
But yeah, my character has never met her father.
Wow. Anyway, what are we going to do today as the others finish up their glorious piles of Disney-style pancakes?
Yep.
What are we going to do next?
How many level 0 spells was it again?
Isn't it like similar to mine?
Oh yeah,
Isn't that
she
the
might
same
get
already?
one more level 1 spell due to higher wisdom. You've got 4 level 0s, 3 level 1s.
And I think you had that orb of...
Yes, you do have an orb that allows you to cast 1 extra spell.
What orb?
You remember she got a Pearl of Power.
Okay, right, yeah. I don't remember, clearly.
Then I'll
Yep.
get Create Water, Detect Magic, Stabilize, and it was 4 level 0 and 3 level 1, so... Did you get Light?
No, he didn't.
Oh, okay.
I just thought about changing it up a little bit today.
Okay, that's cool. I got Create Water, Detect Magic, Stabilize, and Light. For my 3 spells, Acid Maw.
Have you ever used Acid Maw?
Yeah, but it was in the prologue session, I think. So, not as a group.
Maybe change that to something else.
She might have used it in the tutorial battle.
But you don't really go melee.
It's for the lion.
Right.
Okay, Acid Maw, Cure Light Wounds.
Speak with birds.
Spokework burbs.
I had that last time.
Did you get to speak with
It
birds?
was useless.
Yeah.
Even though there were quite a lot of birds in that chapter.
Did you chat up any birds in town, eh? Meh.
If you want a damage dealing spell, I think your best one at this level is Snowball.
It's either that or Itching Curse, just a distraction.
Well, you know you've actually got the Pearl of Power, so you have 2 spells. So why don't you take Itching Curse and Snowball?
Okay.
Itching curse.
So, since Barlam was the one who left breakfast first, I'm going to work under the assumption that you're getting the cart ready to,
No.
You're just gonna leave that for someone else.
Yeah. What?
Fair enough.
I'm the oldest. The youngest shall do all the physical labour.
So because Alpheus has literally bounded after Barlam anyway with that perception, he's probably going to find the cart and start doing stuff.
Alright, then as you're getting ready to go, where is it that you're wanting to head to next? You have a few destinations you could choose to go to.
Oh, I forgot one thing. I
Yes?
need to find someone in the castle to send a letter.
Okay.
So I'll do that whilst everyone's getting the cart ready.
Okay. You can choose to go to Port Mutton Chop. It's about 3 days travel from where you are. There you should be able to gather supplies, maybe a bit of information from the locals regarding the lake and the mysterious, supposedly abandoned wizard's tower by the lake and the cult you ran into, though what information a bunch of farmers can give you may be fairly limited. The next choice is to investigate the lake itself, maybe check this mage tower, or just try to find any evidence of what's going on. The lake itself is about a day and a half from here, but it is pretty huge, and in order to get all the way around it, it would take quite a few days to go all the way around it. Or finally you could go to Elderspell, which from Kyrad's notes, you know this problem seems to be arcane in nature. An Elderspell is home to the only magic academy in this country.
Oh,
it is
God, no.
also where Kyrad was intending to go to continue his investigations before he got held up trying to help evacuate the citizens of Arrowbrook. But it's about a 2-week journey from here, assuming all goes well. On that note, the tower is along the northern side of the lake, so you could actually swing by there on your way to Elderspell, if that's what you want to do.
I already got very confused as to where to go right now because there's such a thing as too many options.
From the information you've gathered so far, Elderspell seems to be the place where you need to go.
Need to go? Why would we need to go there?
Well, that's what Kyrad's notes had indicated. That's where he was going to go. This problem seems to be arcane, and who better to ask about arcane stuff than, wizards?
What was the tower at the lake about then?
No one really knows. It's just suspicious. It sits right there at the lake, but you don't know anything about it.
Oh, it's strange folk. They don't go up there anymore. That tower been cursed. That's what the locals say, that is.
Sir, could you give us any information about the tower then, eh?
That tower be cursed. Children go missing all the time.
What's your name?
My name, aye, you give me yours, Master Druff, and I'll give you mine. I've gone Scottish.
Oh, that's Scottish.
Aye, Scottish.
My name's Sperlem.
Aye. Well, a lot of our children go missing round here, and we don't know why. I could be making it up, but too much brew in the ales and all that jazz.
Is that your real character?
No.
Aww.
You haven't met his character yet.
Aww. So now you must make a dwarven character.
Where do you guys want to go?
We did decide where to go next in Robin's last session.
Yeah,
that
then
was
Batman took over.
a couple of sessions ago, and I don't actually remember where it was. It wasn't the town, I remember that much. It was either
Yeah,
the
we
tower
should have
or
been going to the
Elderspell.
tower, but now I'm just kind of.
I actually think you talked about going back to Kyrad now that you had the notes, but he actually told you to investigate this yourselves whilst he's busy trying to contain the contamination, so you don't actually need to go back to him.
Now that we are standing here and talking about it with a weird dwarven townsperson addressing us at the same time, I'm just
Hey, I'm still here,
Oh, you're still weird though.
No, I'll go back to me
But
farm.
that's a good thing. Oh yeah, this is a kind of a biased party because you two are druids and you are two every druid must adhere to the worldly balance and listen to all the other druids while they do the circle thing, and we must all go there because of high natural order, and if Kyra told you that, go do that thing because I'm kind of stuck with mutants and mutton, I'm just getting the
Mutants
feeling
and Mutton, that's
I'm-
an excellent name for this
yeah.
story arc.
I'm just getting the feeling that why are we doing this?
It's because you actually volunteered to do it.
Yeah, we kind of did, but I'm getting second thoughts because what are we getting out of this? We are making weeks and weeks of trips for that guy who claims things and...
Well, so far you've managed to get some masterwork weapons, a magic item, and 1,000 gold.
Can't
so
complain.
Better than you would.
From whom?
All of it besides the gold was from Kyrad.
It's just a huge bother.
He did say that he would reward you in whatever way he can.
I could do a quest or two for princesses or, something a bit more viable, legit, something more hot than, oh, you must gather my dusty tomes and do your homework, boys, and bring your homework to me for balance.
You must bring
Stay a while and listen.
Stay a while and listen.
Yeah, exactly.
So what, do you want to just go kill kobolds or something?
No, I'm just...
Level 1 quest, kill some kobolds, get some wolf tails.
No. There's something between doing druid homework and killing kobolds.
Are you guys giving up on this quest? Are you gonna head to the next destination?
I'm asking the druids, I'm confirming from them or conferring with them or to them, to whom this may concerneth.
Come on then, druids.
You do understand that this is a bit menial.
Yeah, but we decided we were going to go to the tower. I personally don't care if we go there or not, because I found my names.
And I suppose
Yeah.
Frida is a friend of Kyrad's or something.
I would like to help Kyrad as much as I can and land around the lake. I can't just leave it like that.
Yeah, but have you considered that when we do get to the Magical Academy, there's going to be mages and there's going to be sages and kind of bards and everything who'd be you must fix the warp portal before the Elder Shines shall, do the arcane mysteries, and they were going to demand things from us before we demand things from them, because wizards are like that, as are druids, by the way.
So yeah, druids.
Yeah, druids.
I've already given my opinion.
Yeah,
There's nothing more to discuss.
I'm not even, saying that we shouldn't do this, but I'm just letting you consider things that might be ahead of us.
God, you're worse than a bunch of women, you are.
Get out of here.
Oh, sorry, guys. I'll see you later.
No, you won't.
Well, you never know.
You're a guard. Do you have a red shirt? Do you have a red shirt?
I got a pike.
Scuttle on. Adults talking.
Alpheus kind of gets up in the driving seat of the horse's
I'll get into the passenger's
carriage
seat
thing.
and sigh.
I just talked to,
Yourself?
Well, no, I'm talking in Druidic to Alpheus, that was it. I can't believe as a Druid, you would not want to go back there and help Kyred as much as possible.
You're talking in languages.
Well, we're still helping. I mean, Barlam doesn't know where to go. We've already decided to head to the tower.
I heard
the tower
my
may help
name,
Kyred.
even though you're talking in weird languages.
Yeah,
Do you
well,
want me to?
Alpheus isn't really that intelligent.
Do you want me to talk in weird languages, boys and girls?
Yes.
Get a fucking move on.
That was a great language.
That's some lingo. That was a lingo.
You're the one that held us up. Alpheus sighs and...
So let's go to the tower.
Tower or academy? Because we can try to game this. If we go to the academy first, and they're gonna be asking like, oh, but first you must perform the ritual of Ashk Enti. Then we can say that we actually know of a weird tower where we could go and get some things maybe for you. Kind of two birds stoned at once.
Yes.
Yes. Are you two adept at hunting? Because we don't have supplies for a 2-week ride.
We are good at hunting, and we have hunted for you before.
I didn't notice.
Wow.
We gave you venison for like a week.
Oh, yeah, that venison, yeah. Because if you were really good hunters, I would be eating nothing but venison.
Well, as druids, they can literally call animals to them from the surrounding area.
So basically they can set up a grill and ask for a rabbit to lay down there.
They can be the laziest hunters.
Rabbit be our dinner.
They could go to the edge of a forest and go, just call for an animal, and a deer will pop out going, yeah, what do you want?
Yeah, boy.
Okay, so you're not going to the Mage Tower then, you're going straight to Elder Spell.
Seems that way.
Was this a surprise for the DM?
No.
Oh, I must try harder then.
Okay, as we know, travel is pretty boring, and I don't want you guys to have to roll for every single bloody day of the journey, particularly if it's going to take 2 weeks. So, I want you to roll me a D100 for every 3 days of travel. Since you're going to Elder Spell, that's 4 dice rolls. Since I've got 4 players right now, and that's including the weird farmer dude.
Why are you coming with you? Hold on.
I'm just making you roll a dice.
I've been told to join the farm.
You're not going with them, you're just rolling a dice. Now, everyone shut up and roll a D100.
Why you talk to me noble lord about that?
So, Joe's rolled like 4 times.
I said everyone roll once.
Oops.
So, I guess Joe's is 30, Tuomas's is 89, mine's 12,
What a surprise, Ed rolled low.
and the farmer's is 67.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you, farmer. Goodbye.
Oh, wait. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Here's my stop.
Okay, your first day of travel is uncontested.
Woohoo.
As you leave the castle, you eventually get past that mercenary blockade that you passed on the way in, and you keep going. You do see abominations, but they've already been slain by someone before you. The corpses are relatively recent, so you have to assume that someone or something further ahead is taking these freaks out as they go. Good for you. You don't catch up to whoever this entity is, but thanks to their efforts, your night of camping near the lake is actually without issue. Well, it would be, but what order is everyone going to be keeping watch on for when you're camping at night?
I usually don't keep watch.
It's true. Barlam normally doesn't.
Then why don't you take the first watch? That way you can sleep.
That way I can sleep. What? Who?
Well, anyway, Alpheus is taking first watch, Frida's taking second watch.
Right.
It is pretty much winter time, so it does get dark quickly now.
Winter's coming, and so am I.
So, Alpheus.
Total party kill.
So, by this time, Barlam and Frida have settled down to sleep, and Alpheus is keeping watch. During your watch, you see a flickering light in the darkness. It slowly bobs and sways, and when it comes close enough, you see a decrepit old woman.
Okay. Alfie's just kind of notes to himself how pretty that light looks.
She hobbles closer to you. Do you guys have a campfire? As it's getting cold these days, I assume you would have.
So,
We may as well have done, because, like, we've had campfires in the past.
She approaches and's like, the Amnimus Druid. I finally found you. Please, do not be alarmed. I mean you no harm. I have come to apologize on behalf of my apprentice. May we speak for a while?
keep it down, I'm sleepy.
I have come with a peace offering of delicious pork products.
Sold!
I wake up from the amount of bullshit.
Be quiet.
No, but they talked. I'm a light sleeper. I've travelled before. I've good perception.
You can roll a perception check if you like.
That's 12.
Yeah, you're asleep.
I mutter bullshit in my dreams.
Yeah, you see as she pulls out of her sleeve and into her withered old hand, on a plate, a BLT sandwich. Only without the lettuce and tomato, it's been switched out for more bacon. So it's a triple bacon sandwich, or a BBB sandwich, if you will.
It's a Bathmont brand sandwich, like the one the trader had earlier and we never got. This is
Just
the
how
best
stupid
evening
this Alf
ever.
is.
Extremely.
But wisdom-wise, that's common sense.
He
And
hasn't
Subway
asked to roll a
sandwiches
sense
don't come in the
motive check,
wild.
so-
Subway sandwiches don't come in the wild.
This is why I've come to sort of babysitting him.
Alpheus does sniff the sandwich, however, with perception.
The
16.
sandwich is a sandwich. Since you're making a perception check with scent, you get a 20 for scent check, so that smells like bacon. Fresh bacon.
Alpheus starts wolfing this thing down and just goes, okay, what do you want?
Really?
Or those
Roll a
skills.
fortitude save against poison. No.
I was gonna say, those diplomatic skills won't get you far.
She comes and sits down next to you, and she just smiles, and she's like, well, I'm known as Mother Saggith. I have come to apologise for Esmelia's behaviour. She bows before you. The poor girl has been very troubled since learning the truth, and is trying to come to terms with what she has learnt. I do apologise for her behaviour at the castle.
If they're talking like right next, can I just not wake up?
You didn't roll high enough on your perception check.
But
Can the smell of bacon wake him up?
I'm suddenly the deepest sleeper.
I will let you make a roll again later.
It will be a 70.
Alright, well, you have to wait until then.
She put us through like 2 hours of fighting in a dungeon. I'm not so easy to forgive that.
Well, it felt like 2 hours to you, but in game time it was probably more like a minute.
It felt like 2 hours. And she kidnapped Frida.
Yes.
I'm not down with
yes.
And also killed me almost.
It isn't on. She shouldn't have done that. I am deeply apologetic for that. You see, she knows that we desperately need the aid of a druid, and it would seem upon meeting the druid who saved her life years back, your friend Frida, she just got so excited she scared the poor girl off. Esmelia, being as troubled as she is, acted out because of this, and that isn't right. I am very sorry. I do hope her actions haven't caused any long-term problems for you or your friends.
Well, to be honest, Alpheus just finishes the sandwich. It shouldn't really be me that you're apologising to. He looks over to Frida.
Yes, well, I get the feeling she's not ready to speak to anyone about Esmelia, so I thought I would come to you first.
Okay.
After all, I might be able to help you.
Okay.
So mad right now. Well, you're an animus, are you not? So you lost your memory of your past life. Perhaps I can help you with that.
When do I get a chance to wake up? If they're really talking next to me.
In a minute.
So, I have a doge head now. This is my life. How are you going to help me regain my memories?
Well, I'm a fairly adept diviner. I can gaze into the unknown and uncover the truths concealed within. So, I could probably use my powers to help you find out who you were in your past life before you became a doge, is it?
Yeah, that's what they tell me, as in Barlam and Frida. But yes.
It's like I said, we are in need of a druid, and you are a druid, are you not? And I need your help, you need my help. And at this point is when you wake up, Barlam.
What's going on? Who is she?
This old lady came and found us.
The old lady should go. Just go. Bye. Did you eat something, Alpheus? I'd like to watch him
ate
like
a
I take
delicious
something from the
sandwich.
mouth of a dog. No. Stop. Spit it out. Spit it out.
Bacon.
I'm putting my fingers in his throat. Stop it.
Bacon on the floor.
Yeah. Old woman, leave right now. This is our camp and we have weapons.
She stands. Fair enough.
But she said she could help us. She said she might know something of my past.
Why would she suddenly come to us in the wilderness?
But she had a sandwich.
It's okay. I understand. I shall leave. I do not wish to fight. Just think about what I said. I will be back.
And you shall die. Bye.
Farewell. She'll slowly head back into the darkness once more.
I look at Alpheus. What did she offer you? Come on.
She offered me a sandwich
After that,
My memories.
your memories, and who is she? What did she talk about?
Frida, you can probably wake up from all this commotion.
Alpheus ate and then vomited out the sandwich of a weird old lady who barged into a camp.
So, let me get this straight. You've been eating food off strangers.
But she
Yeah,
offered me it, and
exactly.
it smelled like bacon. It tasted delicious.
No.
It was probably the best bacon sandwich you've ever had.
And now I'm tossing it, kicking it to the fire.
A lone
Pie
tear
sandwich.
falls down Alpheus's cheek.
It gets stuck in your fur.
We shall get you non-suspicious sandwiches later. Anyway, what did you say, Alpheus?
She said that she needed a druid, and I was a druid.
No. Who was she?
I don't know.
Did she mention anyone of us or...
Well, she mentioned Alpheus kind of like scratches the back of his head a bit. She did apologise for that girl who attacked us the other day.
And before that offered you a sandwich and you bought that?
Yeah.
Really? An occult cult dealing with, mutants and weird things, and you took all that in for a sandwich?
Yeah.
No.
Alpheus now grows
No.
tentacles.
No. And I slit his throat. Just...
Alpheus is
Anyway,
just kind of like, he does the kind of like whimpering thing, like he knows he's done bad. Yeah.
Bad dog.
Alpheus, I'm going to have to teach you something I had to teach to small children when I was babysitting. Don't eat things off strangers.
I made
now
sure it
on-
smelt like bacon.
From now on, I order you that you will eat nothing unless I order you to eat it.
Oh, the annoying thing is Alpheus is quite loyal, so he would definitely...
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm handing him like a dog. Henceforth, you shall only eat what I tell you to eat. I'll be your personal trainer.
Okay.
And also, if you see a stranger, a weird witch-looking stranger, an old woman come into a camp and offer you sandwiches and weird quests, do not say anything. Just wake me up before you go.
Okay.
I'll take the rest of the guard, and you, bad boy, will go to sleep. You shall remain bad until you have woken up.
You wear the cone of shame.
Alpheus puts on the cone of shame and goes to sleep.
Yeah. I shall have to buy a magic item for that, like an actual magical cone of shame.
Shame.
The Protestant cone.
Prostitute cone.
Protestant is not...
That's kind of shame.
Anyway.
That's why it's a cone of shame.
Anyway, you two druids of eternal wisdom and foresight, go to bed. I'm dissing on druids, yeah, I am.
Alpheus is already curled up in where Barlam was sleeping.
Even though they have the best herbs, I am dissing them.
He's just like, I am so done with druids after this.
Yeah.
You just see a disgruntled looking lion who's been rudely awakened.
Well, interestingly enough for Frida, you observe that neither of the animals seem overly bothered by what has happened, whereas with Esme, they were very upset by her presence, but not today.
Yeah, so they just shrug, I guess, if animals can shrug.
Well,
She was a witch.
Snuffles probably tried to eat up the bacon you spat up, but Barlam kicked it into the
Fire, yeah.
fire, so he's a bit sad that he didn't get any bacon.
Bye, bacon.
Before I sleep, Barlam, I will note, Teapot has been in my life since she was a cub. I trust her instincts. And when I was about to be attacked and taken away, she told me that there was a problem, that's why I tried to back off. But this time, when this woman came, she didn't seem upset at all.
Yeah, do you not find things out of the ordinary strange, but instead good? You should think them as strange and bad, at first. That's just my, reason of survival for 30 plus years, that I suspect things before I accept them as gospel. Such as this woman, who suddenly offered bacon sandwiches to a dog highly susceptible to bacon sandwiches.
That is a bit strange.
Yeah.
But I will say, my lioness doesn't seem to think there was anything wrong with her.
If only the person talking to her had bothered to make a sense motive check.
If only
Too
they
late
had...
now.
Instead of sense motive, I usually just use common sense. That's more common than sense motive checks. So, go to sleep.
So Barlam is going to take the rest of Alpheus's watch before Frida takes over then?
I'll put the tea on
Guess so.
and sigh at young druids. Old druids at least are just lazy like Kyrad, but these young druids, oh my lord. No sense.
All right.
there's a bacon sandwich. I guess I should eat it.
Well, that's
Just
Alpheus in a
mutters
nutshell.
himself.
You offer him a bacon sandwich, he's going to eat that.
But not
Why
anymore.
do you think she waited for Alpheus to be the one on watch?
But no more. He shall eat nothing unless I order him to, or he'll suffer the greatest shame, the shame of death.
The shame of a
Yeah,
cone.
Alpheus, you now know that Barlam is pack leader.
Guess Alpheus' name's now Batius.
Anyway, nothing else happens at night, and Barlam's watch is quiet and uneventful, as is Frida's.
Good.
The following morning, you wake up, and do any of you actually bother to keep track of what the date is whilst on the road?
As much as a regular person in this world.
Okay, and what about you, Frida?
Yes.
Okay, so Alpheus has said he doesn't. Barlam, you probably know this. Frida, you definitely know that today is a very special day in many cultures around the world. It's the religious holiday of Saint Caesarea, but it's more widely recognised as the Day of the Dead. Cultures around the world celebrate this day in many different ways, and you all probably have your own customs that you're used to. But largely today is a day not to mourn the passing of others, but to celebrate the lives they've led and to show them the respect they deserve. Some do this with parties and games, others do with prayer and quiet reflection, and most places decorate graves and leave offerings to the dead to show them they're still remembered and loved.
And also
So-
buy really cheap kitsch stuff for Halloween.
Yeah. So with that in mind, do you guys do anything different to your normal morning ritual, or do you carry on as is?
I have a weird small shiver where I think that there might be more undead or monsters on this trip, but otherwise no.
This area has been plagued by a lot of dead, and very few of them, if any, have been respectfully buried.
We might have chosen a better day to start travelling.
Alpheus had no clue.
This is Halloween, this is Halloween.
I am the clown with the tearaway face.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Is it going to be one of those situations where we're riding in the carriage and then we're going to find one of those people dressed as clowns up ahead, but when they turn around, their faces are all bloodied and they have knives in their hands and they just run after the people?
There is actually a fey creature that's just like that. It's called a boogeyman.
Oh, wow.
They're level 10, so I'm not going to throw one at you.
Good.
Yes, he can boogie.
Yeah.
Boogie woogie.
Boogie, yeah.
Yeah.
All I do is just mention this in passing. Oh yeah, it's the Day of the Dead. If you have dead loved ones, this is the day where you remember them.
I don't remember any of them, so that's really not great.
I guess you mourn your past life.
I
then.
love very few. I kind of had a crush on some girls, but not really love, you know, it's...
And then they died.
I just pull out a necklace from a secret hiding place and just remember my family and then put it back.
Okay, I'm assuming, Barlam, you're going to be driving the cart, or is Alpheus driving the cart today?
He's driving the car and whistling to himself like...
Alright, so, you continue along your journey, riding along the road, passing the lake, and, could you roll a perception check, please?
This is Halloween.
All of you can roll a perception check, actually.
Yeah, 23.
11.
11.
Oh yeah, perception, yeah. Wait a sec, where is it? Oh, I've forgotten. Frida... Where's the character sheet?
Freedom.
And Frida just breaks loose at that point.
Oh no.
Let's see.
Sounds like a medical
Perception.
problem.
Anyway,
Breaks loose.
Nice.
I don't know.
Yeah, let's not go there.
good perception check.
Okay, as you continue along your journey, riding along the road, passing the lake, you start to hear music playing. With Arrowbrook abandoned and all the farmsteads near the lake corrupted and desolate, this is very strange. As you keep going down the road, you hear the music get louder and clearer, and you've all made a perception check. So, you hear the song, and it goes a little something like, we can dance if we want to, we can leave your friends behind. Because if your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, then we'll come and necromise.
Necromise.
You see now the source of the music is a gnome wearing bright reds, yellows, and greens. He's wearing an oversized jester hat and is playing a mandolin as behind him half a dozen undead in various states of decay are following him in dance, each of them wearing brightly coloured paper hats and dancing in unison.
Is this like the Pied Piper?
So what creatures are these?
Alongside the gnome is a goblin who, well, Pete, how about you tell us what your character looks like?
Well, Snork, he's a very small goblin. He's only 2'7", teeth sharp as anything. He's wearing a wizard's hat, a loincloth, and a skull over my loincloth, and a tunic.
What colour's the tunic?
It's a light brown, you know, pretty nice, works out well.
You also will have a novelty paper craft hat as well, but it's probably just placed on top of your normal hat.
Come along with the Snorks. Swim along with the Snork.
Oh, is that one Moomin also called Snork? The inventor guy. Yeah. Weird English names for
Oh
him.
my god, no. I don't want to be that one.
Yeah, you are the nerd.
Lad.
I'm steering the horses off-road just to avoid this.
Alpheus jumps out of the carriage.
They're kind of in the way. You'd have to go quite a bit off-road.
I am planning to do so.
Ha! Music! Wee! Ha! Yay!
No. I just...
Travelers!
on the bar,
Ooh!
it just says no. No.
Besides
no.
the undead following them, the two unusual fellows appear to be completely harmless. There's no air of malice or evil around them, just two small humanoids celebrating the Day of the Dead whilst out on the road. We can dance, and necromance, everybody taking the chance. Necrodance, the Necrodance.
I spur the horses to greater speed.
The Necrodance.
Alpheus has already jumped out of the carriage by this point because he's so
Yeah.
excited by this.
Balaam is just leaving him behind because he don't dance and he won't dance.
If you don't dance, they'll necromance.
Travelers, come join me!
Alpheus absolutely smiles like wide at this.
As I'm riding off-road already, I shout, why?
Because it looks fun! And Alpheus starts dancing towards the group.
This is the whole bacon
Oh my
sandwich again.
I shout, I hate fun.
Ed, could
Yeah.
you please describe how you're dancing? Because you've got a very good dance check there.
Yeah, okay, so I got 17 with my dancing skill. Alpheus immediately swivels on the spot and starts jigging properly towards the group with his arms up in the air, just doing his own sort of own-made dance, properly jiving towards them.
No.
I call this the Alpheus.
I'm already like 100 yards away from the road.
Could you also roll a performance check for Snuffles, please? Because if you're dancing, he's joining in.
Dogs do not dance.
So yeah, I guess Snuffles would have run in behind and joined in. What would that be?
Running around in circles?
Just roll a d20.
Okay, we'll just do that. And you get 16.
Oh no.
Snork, what you see is a man with a dog head come running towards you, jiving along, and behind him, a white wolf is following him, dancing just as well. It's incredible. At times, the wolf seems to be dancing better than the humanoid dog does. And what was that d20 you rolled
I
for?
don't know, I accidentally clicked it because I clicked on, I thought it was selecting it, so it didn't.
Fair enough. So yeah, they're now dancing towards you, and at this point, the gnome strums one final chord on his mandolin, and the undead fall to the floor, dead once more. Go in peace and rest, poor fellows. I'm sorry we can't bury you, but we are small folk and do not want the hassle. He then bows to the corpses and gives them a little departing prayer. Pete, whilst your bardic companion is paying his respect to the now motionless corpses, you are free to interact with the incoming players.
Travelers, come dance, come ring! Yay!
Incoming player. Because Alphys was the only one.
Barlam is heading towards the sea. He would rather plunge the carriage into the open ocean than deal with this.
But basically I'm doing a really long U roundabout around the whole bard.
Yeah, he's like, nope.
Nope.
Frida, what are you going to do? You witnessed this whole thing.
I'm in control of the horses too, so the cart, so you can stay on or you can go with the madness. It's your choice.
I'm just gonna stay close to Barlam. I'm not sure.
With one last turn of Alpheus's dance as it comes to the end, it goes, entangle at Horse the Horse.
No, but that's about 100 yards away.
100 yards? You're not that far away, surely.
I've been riding all the time.
Ah.
I think I should be farther even.
Ed, the range of this spell is 480 feet.
Yes.
So, let's see if that will work. You said you're about 100 yards away?
Yeah, and also if I'm a rider, can I use my ride check instead of the reflex saves?
You can use it to try and keep the horses from getting entangled, yes.
23.
Oh my god.
No, I'm not staying here.
Vines leap out of the ground and start trying to wrap around the horses.
Nope.
You see this happening and manage to guide the horses away and out of the encroaching vines and foliage.
Gallop time.
Alpheus, you see that this spell works, but doesn't manage to actually entangle them.
Buzzkill.
I shout loudly to Alpheus as I ride away, I don't trust you anymore.
Oh, wow.
That was your second try.
Oh, I guess I'm stuck here then.
Bye.
Bye.
And now let's meet Group 2, featuring Alpheus, Snork, and, what did I name this bard? Barry the Bard.
Barry the Bard.
I'm glad we are away. I sigh to Frida. Finally we can have some actual sensible adventures. Whew.
Fine. Well, whilst I'm here, that was fun. Who are you?
Snork!
Goblins are dangerous and they're filled with disease.
Snork.
Snork.
All right, okay. Well, what were you doing?
I was dancing. It's the Day of the Dead.
Oh, yeah, Frida mentioned that earlier. Huh. Well, it sounds like you're having a blast.
Blast. Oh, I like fire.
Trust me, I do too.
No.
He casts Spark on, I don't know, something.
The paper hat.
Yeah, yeah.
No, my hat. Ah!
Sorry, Pete, would you tone it down a touch?
No.
Just a touch.
Snork happy.
You know, it's kind of a bit painful to listen to.
You did allow him to play a goblin. You're the DM, you're the master of the game, and you allowed him to play a goblin, and you must bear the responsibility.
Because in this game world, goblins actually have their own country and are somewhat civilized. There are still barbarian goblins that are basically monsters, and in this part of the world, that's what you generally face. So Alpheus and Frida will be far more familiar with the monstrous goblins than their civilized counterparts. But Barnum, you are actually, having spent a fair bit of time in that part of the world, are probably more familiar with the intelligent goblins than their savage barbarian.
I do not consider them intelligent anyway.
No.
He's a bit of a
That's
racist
just
or
racist.
speciesist. Goblins. Hate them.
Grumpy.
The gnome comes over and he's like, "Hey, welcome, friend. You come join us
bit
for the
awkward.
party." And he plops a novelty paper hat onto your head and onto the head of Snuffles as well.
Oh, what colour is it?
Roll a d20. Tell me what colour you got.
I always have to ask this. What's its name and what's its colour? 17.
What?
For Alpheus's.
You got a purple one.
Oh, and Snuffles is 8.
Orange.
Oh.
Oh, he turns and looks at Snork and he's like, "Hey, your paper hat's on fire."
You can only see the dust of our carriage about half a mile away.
Are those your friends? Do you want to catch up to them?
Yes, I probably should. But they're not exactly coming back for me anytime soon, are they?
That's for me to know and you to find out much later.
He's travelling off-road right now, so we should be able to catch up.
No, but I said that he's going to make a U thing, like, he's going to return
Yeah,
to
I
the
know,
road.
you're going around them. You're giving a wide berth.
I have a great idea. We should continue this party back at the carriage.
Yes, let's go.
I agree.
Okay, Alpheus is gonna use Totem Transformation and turn into a wolf so he can run up to the carriage.
Wolf form, you mean? You're not a full wolf.
Yeah,
are you?
sorry, wolf form, yeah.
Well, you take an aspect of the wolf.
Yeah, which is movement.
1 second.
I whistle my Burmese mountain dog chariot.
What?
Please describe what your dog chariot looks like.
I have a Burmese mountain dog, which is a very large dog with black, tan and white fur, pulling a very small chariot for about a 3-foot person could stand in.
Does everyone have an animal?
Okay.
Are you not amazed?
Alpheus is absolutely awestruck by this.
He's using one of your kind as a slave. How is that awesome?
Do you know what's interesting about this? When Alpheus becomes a wolf, if I remember rightly, he...
Think you can talk
I
them?
think I can speak to canine creatures, yeah.
Yes.
Don't give away
This
my
is-
secret.
Before Alpheus goes running off, he turns to the dog and is like, "Who are you?"
Bork, bork, bork.
And sniffs its butt.
Oh my god.
Squirrel.
So Snork, Barry the gnome is jumping on the chariot as well because chariots can normally hold 2 people. So, and since you're both small creatures, he's just going to jump on so that you two can chase after the carriage.
Pack leader again. Alpheus leads the way and charges off towards the carriage.
There's a word in Finnish which roughly translates in English to clever dwarf, which is a derogatory word, älykääpiö, which is basically means a stupid twit. So, yeah, you two are älykääpiös. Continue.
Alright, cool. I guess we give chase to the carriage then.
Yay.
Okay, now I guess we can do a skill check. A kart race at last.
Oh, Frida,
Jeez.
can you imagine how nice of an adventure? Oh, Jesus, they're chasing us. No.
We are finally having the cart chase about 5 episodes later than planned.
But would the cart chase be in my favour since I have a smaller cart?
I actually think they have a smaller cart, but you've probably got the higher driving skills. So let's start this off. Barnum, you can make a ride check.
What if I pull out my bow? Make this race really short.
You really want to shoot us? Wow.
No, I don't. Come on. I'm going to ride.
First of all, make a ride check just to see how you do. And Snork, can you make a ride check as well, please?
That's a D100.
That's
That's
the
not
wrong
what you meant
dice.
to roll.
You're not that good. The god of racing.
I should have added my plus to that, shouldn't I?
You have a +5.
Wow.
Okay, so they start catching up. As Barlam gets the cart safely back onto the actual road, you look over you and see now the goblin and the gnome in a chariot being pulled by a big black and brown fluffy dog, chasing you and catching up some distance. Alpheus is running way quicker than you've ever seen him run, as he's just running along, his tongue hanging out by the side like a dog with his head out the window, having a whale of a time. You can now take out your bow if you wish.
I can only imagine that the gnome has charmed Alpheus in some way because he's stupid. So I'm going to shoot the gnome. Yeah.
So what, you're shooting at
I'm
Barry
gonna
the
shoot
Bard?
the gnome. Yeah.
Oh no!
Okay,
Okay,
I cast shield.
Well, first of all, he declared his attack. You don't know that he's making this attack, so it's kind of a surprise.
Also,
so
this is a sneak attack if I hit because I'm acting first.
yes, exactly, because no one's expecting a fight.
But do you not get a penalty for the sheer fact that you're riding on a cart?
I rolled 24.
He does, and I take it into consideration, but he did get a 24, so that is a hit.
And sneak attack bonus is 5. 7 damage.
You lean over the cart, shoot your short bow, and you somehow manage to hit the gnome. Your arrow hits true. You hear him curse out loudly. As,
No.
Now I need to make a save to see if he falls off the back of the chariot.
Exactly, I was just going to refer to physics.
I am well aware of what happens.
Excellent.
You don't have to keep nagging me about these things.
No. I was just excited. Excited of killing the annoying gnome.
What's the gnome done?
He charmed you, Alpheus.
He's going to make a reflex save, I think, to not fall off.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to say the DC for this, because they're travelling at good speed, the DC for this is 15, so he needs to roll a 10 or higher. Nope. So, Snork, you're still driving this, but you see the gnome fall off the back of the chariot,
Quite quickly. Whoom.
and he takes some more damage.
Oh no.
Bye, Barry.
Can I watch this as it unfolds?
Oh my god! He falls really hard. He cries out in pain.
How far am I from their chariot?
How is he not unconscious?
You're
yet?
gaining a good distance. If next round you roll higher than he does, you should be close enough
Okay.
to retaliate.
I knock another arrow.
Alpheus and Snork, what are you going to do? He's still shooting arrows.
I raise shield.
Oh, in fact, Frida, you're there as well.
I'm just watching this go on like I'm so confused.
Just drive! Drive!
Oh, is Frida the one driving now?
Can you put some Mad Max music on? Brothers in Arms, the song.
Give me a second, I'll
That
see.
would be very fitting.
Not Flight of the Valkyries.
Nah, that's a bit cliche. And we are never cliche.
Okay.
We are riding against Goblin and Gnome and dogs and Mad Max. That's the best. Can you see it?
So, Frida, could you please make a ride check for me?
Okay, wait a sec.
Oh wow, this is the best.
You wanted a cart chase?
Yeah.
What
I
dice do I roll?
D20.
I need 20.
Always D20.
Yes.
You have a +0 in ride, so that's actually lucky.
17 is still 17.
Snork, you're the one driving, so could you please make a ride check as well?
Oh.
Have they got exploding spears?
He's got a +5 to it, so Frida's able to pull a little bit ahead, but not so far ahead that it's much of a problem.
Not enough that I can't shoot.
Yes, Alpheus, what do you want to do?
Alpheus will run as far up to near the horse as possible. Yeah, if that's possible.
Yeah, you can keep running.
Okay.
Because he's like, how did this turn serious all of a sudden?
Yeah.
Why?
He wanted to actually call out to the horse.
Okay, so you want to make like a handle animal check?
Yep.
Okay.
As a wolf?
No, he's not in wolf form. He's taken an aspect of the wolf.
I do not know what that means.
It's a shaman thing, not a druid thing. It's a shaman thing because he's technically a shaman.
Am I close enough to spread grease in front of their cart?
Maybe.
The handle animal's only 9.
I'm afraid that whilst you rush up to the horses and start trying to convince them to slow down, go, hey, Horse, it'll be a great idea if you slowed down right now. Frida has them under control. She's very skilled with animals after all, so talking to them doesn't seem to help. As for you, the grease spell...
Can he cast spells and ride at the same time?
Well, I thought you were actually driving and shooting at the same time, and I was allowing
No, it's Frida riding and I'm shooting.
Yeah, I thought you were riding and shooting at the time, but I'm going to allow it because otherwise he's got nothing he can do.
Super goblins.
As it stands, the range of grease spell for you right now is 40 feet, so I think they're a bit further ahead than that, so you can't use grease at this moment in time.
Okay. You have to get closer. Do it. Get closer. Can he do, what is he doing?
What would you like to do? Oh yeah, you said you cast the shield, didn't you?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was going ahead or not.
For
Yeah,
Pete's sake.
you cast the shield spell. Barlam, you can make another shot.
I will not shoot with an arrow. I will take 2 pints of oil from my belt and toss them to the ground behind us.
Okay, just roll a standard ranged attack to just make sure that you're accurate enough. Pretty low DC.
Ah, no! No, do I have a hero point?
You used it last session.
Oh.
Okay, so you go to throw the oil, but at that exact time, the cart hits a pothole, then some stones, and jostles you around, and you spill it on yourself.
Oh.
So you're now oily.
Huh, at least not greasy.
Yes.
Oily.
Part of my charisma is to make it show like I meant to do that.
Next round, I guess. So Frida and Snork, make another ride check, please. So Joe, just do a D20. Pete, D20 plus 5.
1.
Oh, a nat 1.
Yup. I didn't need to do anything.
Okay, so Snork, this is a really low-stakes situation, but you do have a thing called a hero point that you have 1 of right now, which allows you to re-roll a dice roll. You get them back, basically, when I say you get them back. But, like I said, it would normally be something you use to make a second action, to re-roll a failed roll, to add points to your dice,
It would be
etc.
so goblin-like to fumble, though.
You could use that now,
No.
if you wish. Okay, so what happens is you see Barlam cover himself with oil, and it's fucking hilarious. You see him now.
As he laughs, I shall laugh.
You see him now fumbling with an arrow, trying to grab an arrow, but it's slipping between his hands, and it's just making you laugh further, and you just start falling behind.
Nah, it's too funny.
What? Natural 1 doesn't result in a crash. Why?
Because otherwise this situation would end and Pete's character wouldn't join the group.
Oh.
I'm gonna give him a chance, but he has fallen really far back. You're gonna lose him if you keep up this advantage. Alpheus, the cart's still going really fast.
Just jump on, we can make it without the goblin. Come on.
Can Alpheus cast anything in wolf form? Or
You're
is he
not
just
a wolf,
as is,
you're
like
just
wolf?
you. You're just faster right now.
Can I still cast anything whilst I'm like that?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Concentration while running. Can he
Although,
actually run if he's casting?
Alpheus does have... okay. So Alpheus brings out his sling, because he never uses this bloody thing.
That's true.
And with the soap he never uses from his pack, he's going to fire it at Barlam. No, not at Barlam, at Frida.
Oh, okay. I thought that was
You're gonna
an open
sling.
call to
Okay,
arms.
Gonna do what?
he's gonna hurl a bar of soap at you
Because she's the one that's
Hell.
because
driving.
you're the one driving. Make a ranged attack with your sling.
Okay, I've never done this before, so bear with me.
Don't say that.
Okay.
Totes my loads.
Sling, there you
It'd be
are.
so funny if he scores a crit right now.
No, he's gonna roll a 1. A 10.
So, Frida, whilst you're sitting there driving the cart, a bar of soap lands right next to you. You're not sure where it came from or why it is, but well done, there's soap there.
It's a very
And I'm just like, why in
unsubtle
the
way to say
hell?
you need more hygiene.
So, Frida, are you going to do anything or are you going to continue to follow Barlam's instructions and keep going?
Yeah, keep going, it's just a bar of soap.
It's not like you're a cat and it's a cucumber or something. Oh no, soap!
So Barlam, the goblin is falling really far behind and you can see Alpheus throwing shit at Frida and not accomplishing anything from it. You're still oily.
I use a move
So
action.
sexy.
I use a move action to kind of jump out of my jacket and become less oily by result.
Right.
I've got Dex 16.
Would you not fumble taking that off and like accidentally drop it off the cart?
Oh no, my magic item. No, that's not
because
so bad.
I've got the quick runner shirt is under that, so I'm just tossing my jacket to the floor.
Yeah. Anyway, what are you doing now?
I'm going to shout with my swift action to Alpheus, just jump on the bloody cart. We can leave the goblin behind and shoot at the
You've already
goblin.
left the gnome behind.
Yeah, the gnome used a charm of some sort on Alpheus and also had a goblin on tow.
He was also the one clearly controlling the undead because he was the one who dismissed
Exactly,
them.
he was a necromancer who charmed Alpheus.
He was a Necrodance.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna shoot at the goblin.
Oh no. Okay,
That's 24.
even with your shield
Whoa,
and your
I'm
path-
significantly
I say-
further back though.
That's a good point. What are the range increments of the short bow?
Short.
If I could remember that.
They're like 60 feet or something.
Let's
so
see.
I'm
Is
pretty
it
sure it's 60 feet.
weapon?
So every 60 feet beyond the first 60, you take -2.
How high is it?
But considering even with partial cover, his AC is still pretty low, you actually do manage to hit.
What about my shield? Did that not get cast?
I've taken that into consideration. He just rolled a 19.
Can he use his dex while he's on the actual, can I get a sneak attack for that?
It's not really sneaky if I know you're firing a bow.
No, but the point is that if he's denied his dex bonus.
No, I'm not going to say he is for this.
5
'Cause
damage.
he's able to move around enough that he can.
It's in your chest, on your chest, or through your chest, or leg.
Snork, can you roll me a reflex save? Because you're going considerably slower now, it's a much easier save than the one Barry had to make.
That's a 12 plus bonuses.
12, including your modifier, you stay on the chariot.
Leave us alone, you filth!
Oh, that's very racist.
Cool. Alpheus takes a little bit of offence actually at that when he hears that.
Well, he's a monster who's charmed you with his gnome friend.
How can I charm things? I'm a goblin.
I don't know, you've got weird magics.
Charm
Anyway,
person is a spell.
and that was my turn.
Charm Doge.
Charm Doge.
Okay, so that's that round then. Barlam, could you make me a quick perception check, please?
I can. That's 8.
Never mind. Okay, so next round, Snork and Frida, can you please roll another ride?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That one again.
Okay,
Frida,
never
you're
mind.
the best.
Snork,
And 19.
Snork, you've fallen really far behind him. That arrow to your chest, you weren't really expecting that. I mean, you saw him shooting, so you were dodging and everything. Well, you were trying to. He didn't get sneak attack, but it's still, the pain startled you, that's for sure. You've definitely slowed down. So we're going to come out of this for now, unless Alpheus is going to keep chasing them and trying to stop them. Alpheus, what are you going to do?
So Alpheus is gonna chase and do one last ditch attempt to do something by shouting at I
Jump
can't really
on the
do
cart,
anything
you
much else
silly.
beyond that. I was just gonna say by casting
Try to
entangle at the horse again.
Alright, let me...
Will I roll ride again?
No, you're not the one driving now.
Oh yeah. Frida. Or the horses, whichever's better.
I'm gonna actually go for the horses this time.
No, hang on, not entangle, flare. Yeah.
Flare's a -1 to checks, isn't it? Daze was the stun thing.
Oh days. Okay, and then entangle.
Oh shit, did you choose a wrong spell? Oh
No,
my.
they're dazzled for a minute. They take a -1 penalty on attack rolls and sight-based perception checks.
Yeah.
So you probably want to continue with
Entangle,
entangle. Okay, do you know what the DC is for your entangle?
10 plus your wisdom modifier.
Plus the spell level. So what's your wisdom modifier, Ed?
My wisdom modifier is +1.
Plus 1. Wow.
He is a very bad druid.
He's a good dog though. Now, because I already said that. Only this morning he can become a good
Alpheus
dog
is
again.
better with a combat.
Yeah, the horses need to beat a DC of 12. They need to roll a 5 or higher.
Yay!
Yeah, once again, I'm afraid. Your
It prance
spell.
around.
But I will allow you to jump onto the cart if you want, rather than keep running alongside it
Alpheus would jump.
and grab Snuffles and throw him on.
No, Alpheus would jump onto the cart.
Okay.
But without Snuffles.
Finally.
What's Snuffles gonna do? Just keep running?
Yeah, Snuffles is going to go back for a bit.
Needs the exercise.
What, he's gonna go back to join the goblin, or he's gonna just run alongside you guys?
No, he's going to go back for the goblin because he and Alpheus are not quite glued together again from that bush incident.
Oh.
So, Snork, as you've slowed down, you're pulling the arrow out of your chest. The gnome, he comes over to you and hops onto the chariot. What the fuck is their problem?
How fast is that gnome?
He cast a spell.
Woo.
I resume chasing.
Alright.
I get an 18 plus 5 on my ride.
Damn, yeah.
Okay, before you do, he looks at you to see if you're going to do this. I take it you nod in agreement. And he is going to use Inspire Competence.
Good luck with that. I've rolled 1 past 2 times. I mean, not very competent so far.
Wow.
Yeah, so for the time being at least, you're getting a +2 to all skill rolls.
Oh, cool. So that's 20 something.
You guys aren't aware of them trying to come because they've fallen so far behind you've lost sight of them. So, Frida, are you still pushing the horse into full speed or are you going to slow down?
Well, what can I see?
You can't really see much. You're focusing on the road ahead so that you don't crash into the toxic lake of death.
Yeah, I'm just still riding.
Okay, so you're still going full speed. Then make me another ride check, please. Oh, that's more like it. Whilst you believe that the goblin and gnome have been lost, you guys are free to talk for a little while. We are out of this skill thing for now.
Barlam's getting tired of the situation because if they're going to ride again, he can start seeing them again.
This will give you time to clear the oil off, so there's that.
Reese-tastic.
Alpheus addresses the other two and says, I was trying to stop you. This guy is a goblin, and I think we should, treat goblins with great respect now that I know that I used to be Rosalind Firebrand.
Oh my god.
A goblin in the past life, I
hear
think.
this and say, you were not a goblin, you confused Doge.
Until I know otherwise, I think I was a goblin.
I rush onto my knees and to peer into Alpheus's eyes, I open his eyelids better to see if he's charmed.
Hi, Barney.
You actually spent a fair bit of time in a very magical city, one of the most magical places, so you can do that. Do you have, perception or sense motive? I'll let you roll either, whichever's highest.
Sense motive, 20 results.
20. He has not been touched by magic at all.
But I've been touched by Barlam.
Yeah. I remove my hands, my face becomes an ashen one. I look back at the goblin and gnome who are now rushing towards us and sigh.
They were having a cool party as well. We can have a party in the carriage.
No.
Our
party is already in the carriage.
Party car.
Alpheus, the reason why Barlam ran away is because it's like the bacon sandwich again.
Mm-hmm. You know what happened with the bacon sandwich? It was tossed into the fire.
Oh.
And you will be tossed in the fire too if you don't stop this. That can be really painful.
Alpheus weighs this up for a moment. I like fire.
I patiently look into his eyes searching for understanding of any sort.
Alpheus's think is like, I like fire, but I don't want to be tossed in the fire.
Yes. So, should we trust a random goblin and gnome who controlled undead?
But that was so cool.
The music was good, I admit, but the skeletons? The zombies, not kind of cool. Just really unnatural. Because you two are druids, you should know about undead.
If only you guys had your paladin who had, detect evil. That would have solved all of this.
I don't care if a skeleton's evil or not.
No, I mean the person who's raising the skeleton.
I still don't care because I'm already seeing skeletons walking, that is. What do you think, Druid?
Sorry, 1 moment.
He is being contacted by the other side.
No, it's like Metal Gear Solid thing.
They bring offerings of Chinese food.
They bring
to the god.
The Oriental foods.
Imhotep.
The Colonel brings takeaway.
Nothing looking good.
Oh no, not that Colonel.
But yeah, Pete, I think you should play a Emmerdalian dwarf.
A what?
An Emmerdalian dwarf.
So I'm from Emmerdale.
Yeah, accent really broad, eh?
Nah, mate, nah.
Yeah.
If it was playing a voice like this, nah, I'm not gonna say that actually.
Yeah, it's alright there. That's alright though.
Nah, that's right, love that, mate. Oh, man, Yorkshire. Nah, it was a dwarf you be wanting. That's more of a pirate.
the dwarf for the Scottish.
Hey, you're wee Lancashire. Hey,
11.
11.
If you've ever seen that commercial,
What's commercial?
there's two Scottish guys in the lift
Hey,
trying to say 11, but they couldn't.
I no idea what you're talking about.
You don't know what I'm talking about? I'll show you.
I hear lots of things.
You heard a lot of things. What kinds of things?
That's a very feminine accent, that one.
What?
Oh no, children! Let's run! It's Balamory!
Oh no, not Balamory!
Archie's gone mad and he's built a ray gun, children! Fucking run!
Won't someone think of the children?
Run! Run, children, run! Archie's gonna shoot us all and turn us into crisp! Edie McCready's dead!
Guys, what have I missed?
Everything.
He's turned us into crisps.
You've missed the epidemic of Balamory.
So I'm asking you now, Alpheus, for your third trial, you failed 2 thus far out of the 3. What should we do?
I think we should.
He's leaning in.
Alpheus does a dramatic pause.
Hear these 2 out.
And if they're bad, we can then kill them.
If they are bad, you shall attain the rank of not in our party, okay?
But I like parties.
Yes. I also like to be alive. That's my main motivation in life, to continue living, okay? I signaled to Frida that we should wait for the gnome goblin conglomerate.
At this point, they are actually getting very close.
I still keep my bow in hand.
Snork,
Yes?
Snork, what are you doing? How do you feel about this? Having been shot, and your friend was shot, and that white wolf is following you now. He's just kind of running alongside your dog.
Oh, right, okay. I was like, I haven't got a dog. I was like, yes, I do. I feel quite hurt. I feel like they've left, like, I'm shot through the heart and they're to blame.
Yeah.
It's almost like they give love a bad name.
Almost.
Baby, don't hurt me.
I do, right in the feels, you know what I mean?
I know, right?
Right in the chest.
Right in your feeling sacs, which only goblins have. Your feeling glands.
Am I there yet?
Yeah, you're catching up. You see that they've actually stopped.
Yeah, and I walked to the back of the carriage, to stand tall, one foot against the railing of the cart, with half bow in hand, and asked them to stop. I bellow, halt.
I extend my hand forward for a handshake with Barlam.
A what? Hand?
Handshake?
Is there a spell attached?
You know, people! You handshake, you know! Son, I got you, George!
Is there a spell
Aye,
attached
Yoda.
to the hand?
A what, sorry?
A spell. Are you casting a spell with the
Make a
hand?
perception check.
Can I see if he's casting a spell with the hand? Is there any effects?
No.
Okay, then I extend my hand tentatively, very carefully. Okay.
We clasp hands. We shaking it?
Dylan, you son of a bitch.
Oh, we are Dylan, yeah.
Dylan!
Have we made contact?
Not like that.
Pete, the thing that you just messaged me, is that something you want to do?
Yeah.
Shocking grasp. If we're doing shocking grasp.
Make a bluff check, Barlam make a perception check. This is an opposed roll.
17 plus what's my bluff?
18.
Your bluff is +3.
So I've got 21.
Does it count as anything that I don't really trust him? And I've shown that.
I'd already taken into consideration that you specifically were looking for spells, so that would have given you a bonus. Hey, why did you have to do this?
He's doing a shocking grasp, and I'm having none
No,
of it.
different spell.
But a damaging one anyway.
Make a fortitude save, please.
Did I not see that? Can I not retract my hand before he can do that?
Even with the bonus I gave you, he beat you by 1.
Okay.
But make a fortitude save.
That's a 19. That's natural 20, actually.
Oh, well, it's against 21.
What?
No, it isn't.
Oh, isn't it?
No, it's a first level spell.
What was my 17
No,
then?
it's a level 0 spell, so the DC is like 13.
Oh, so my 17 wasn't anything to do with that.
No, that was to see if he even notices you casting a
Right,
spell.
I
that
get
was
you.
a
My
That
bad.
was a bluff check.
yeah.
My bad.
You shake his hand, you don't see him cast any spells, but as you shake his hand, you feel like there's a trace of negative energy that tries to go through
Hey,
you.
you did that.
Like, you feel like you're starting to get tired, but you're immediately aware of it and shake it off.
Yeah, no. But at that point, when I feel that and don't get any of the effects, I keep holding and with a crunch raise him up because he's a goblin, like a third grader. I lift him to my face and headbutt him.
Make an unarmed attack roll.
Do I roll
What the
again?
hell is wrong with you people?
I don't
This was
trust
meant
goblins.
to be a pleasant encounter with some silly dancing zombies. I was going to play some Thriller. It was going to be great.
What is your AC?
How long does the shield spell last?
I have no idea.
If shield lasts a minute per level, then it's ended. If it lasts an hour per level, it's still on.
It's 1
Minute per level.
Ah, bugger.
Shield's ended, so he does successfully headbutts you.
If that's a surprise, do I get a sneak attack bonus?
Not really surprised if I feel you lift me up first.
No, no,
I'm
that's
just
a
going to
quick
say
hit.
no because I don't want you guys actually literally killing each other right now.
That would have been
So-
subtool damage.
Is that enough to knock
I know.
me
Yeah,
out?
with a headbutt.
No, you've got enough hit points for now, but
With my headbutt, I just kind of toss him to the ground. Why would you try to kill me?
You shot me with arrow.
I gave you a chance.
I
Yes,
get you
because
back.
You started chasing me. That's why I shot you.
No.
the gnome's there as well. It's like, no, seriously, dude, what the hell is wrong with you?
To who?
You abandoned your friend? You shot us with arrows?
You are not one to judge because you controlled the undead.
But it's Day of Dead. You dance.
No.
Yes.
In my world, you don't dance with the dead.
This-
you dance
This
for
everybody
the dead.
would.
Yeah, yours is not the only custom, you know. There are other ways of doing things.
Not
You know,
dancing
there are-
with skeletons and zombies. Not in my book.
There are whole. This is the day of the saint who handles undeath. She's a necromancer, but a non-evil necromancer.
Whatever that may
It
be.
exists. It's a thing.
Whatever that may be, if you charm my friend or force him into some kind of weird dead dance with the dead,
I
I'm
didn't
not...
charm anyone.
Dance just catchy. I came across
Why,
too.
why did he
I
run to
danced
you
too.
then? Why did he run to you then, even though he didn't know you?
You ask him that.
I saw they were dancing. I thought it was massively fun, so I wanted to dance with them.
See? Dancing
They
fun.
had skeletons and zombies in tow.
Yeah, well,
See, look, in an area like this, which has been plagued with so much death as of late,
it's quite normal.
yeah, you know, you have to be able to find what
Solace.
enjoyment you can in such a morbid area. That's why I lifted the dead for one last dance. They all died young, so they deserve at least one last dance.
That may be as it may be, but we've been battling cultists and, mutations and everything since we came here, so maybe you should tune your jokes a bit before you present them to total strangers.
I wouldn't know anything about any cultists. We've seen the mutants. Everyone's seen.
Yes, exactly. But your first impression on us was a gang of zombies, and my friend who's a druid who should know that zombies are not natural started running towards you. So what kind of impression would that give?
I'm just stupid. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's still no excuse to start shooting at people like it's no good fucking bandits.
You started chasing us.
But I like dancing.
I like dancing too.
See?
As do I.
Why did you start chasing us?
Because you'd left your friend and he asked us to follow you.
Yep, I did actually. I said we could
He
take.
did.
I really wanted to keep the party going, but you guys had ran off, so I
His
decided
face
I wanted to
palm.
take it to you guys.
Your dog friend told us that we should follow.
Yep.
I look at Alpheus in a very severe way, in an extremely severe, the kind of denying goodies and food.
Out of nowhere, my chicken appears.
From under the hat.
Yep.
The chicken is also wearing a festive paper-made hat.
I just hold my lioness and stop her from trying to jump the chicken.
Yeah.
Make a handle animal check, Frida.
Oh no. No. This is gonna be awful.
You were the one who said it.
There's a problem.
It's where 30 of them come.
Where's the handle animal? This is gonna
It's one of your best skills. As long as you don't roll a 1, you should be alright.
And consequently, she's going to realize.
Watch her roll a 1. This is going to be great.
Yay.
No, you're fine. Teapot definitely gets the feeling that you don't want her going after it, but you see her eyeing up the chicken and licking its lips.
I do turn my gaze to the gnome and the goblin. Good sirs, I do apologize for shooting you, even though in my defense I could not differentiate you from a necromancer and a dancing goblin who looked like bandits as they were chasing.
It's okay. I saw you. I tried to put you to sleep.
What?
Basically, I tried to put you
What?
to sleep with fatigue.
Put me to sleep?
I shook your hand.
No, don't do that.
I tried to using the fatigue spell so I can get you out the way and then talk to the more rational ones.
Hey, how many necromancers do you see dressed in bright colours? They're a miserable, dreary lot who wear greys and blacks, not yellows and reds and shit.
You just referred to your saint who's a goodly necromancer, or not an evil necromancer.
What?
You just referred earlier to the saint you worship, or whose day you worship now, who's not an evil necromancer or drab or dreary.
Yes,
So,
she was a drab, dreary one.
and
It's just the way it is. Today's a day where you show respect to the dead, and she showed the world that it's possible to be a necromancer and to not be evil about it.
your way of showing respect to the dead by dancing them around is not. Anyway, what are you proposing now? Alphys,
Hi.
you know what we talked about before.
Yep.
How do you plead?
Everything they said was right, so...
What the hell's going on? Is he like your boss or something?
No, he's just a really grumpy man. Although,
And have been keeping us alive.
I was just about to say, although he has saved my life, so I do kind of owe him.
We've been looking after Alpheus. He's just not had very much life experience, so we've been a bit protective over him.
Not protective
Yeah, he seems
enough.
a bit special. Alpheus, you take that in the best possible way.
I feel special.
You are. But I'm not sure what to do now except say bye-bye to the goblin and gnome.
No goodbye. No goodbye. He come with you.
On what bloody grounds?
I have nowhere to go.
You have everywhere to go besides us.
And your dog man said we could.
But I got kicked out of mage school.
What are you, Elmo, now?
Elmo, what hug?
Oh, no, don't you dare.
Oh, no.
I will turn this game around.
Tickle me, Elmo.
Hello and welcome to Band of Bothers, an actual play Pathfinder podcast. Today we're fighting kobolds.
Elmo, you sneak attack. Oh.
And then we're gonna fight. And then we're gonna fight some orcs.
Tickle me, Elmo.
We're doing this
Lexus.
generic as we can.
Ooh, I do like generic and safe.
And then you get eaten by orcs.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Tickle me, Elmo. Help you. Tickle the
you are
orcs.
not making this easy.
No.
You goblin are not.
Look.
So, yes, go back to where I was. I got kicked out of the Mages Gallery, basically. Yes, so, yeah.
So I like this idea that the goblin has an actual normal civilized voice, but also a goblin voice. But he decides to use the normal voice only when he's in a severe situation where he has to talk himself through.
Because goblins don't speak English naturally, it's something they have to be taught, and it takes a fair bit of effort. So he was given like a speaking coach, and so he's
my
like,
time in the
he's
Mages
like,
Academy
"Hello."
taught me many things.
But really, I'm a goblin at heart, yes.
Hello, I am a goblin.
Hello, I'm a goblin.
So goblin of goblin.
And then when they speak in goblinoid, they're just like,
more like goblin annoyed.
Here, I take great offence to that.
oh, I do, sir.
You've done it now. I'm now a goblin with a deep, booming voice.
Back in Oxford, we'd flog you for that.
Anyway,
So, you were at the Mage Academy, so that must be where your magic came from.
No, family sent me to Mage Academy.
But you were in the academy.
For some time.
Can you still get in, or do you know your way around the academy?
Yes.
You are, at least I would say, don't know about the druids, I'll say with some awkwardness, because I don't believe they are actual druids.
That's true.
he's just a dude who stole a wolf.
Yeah, exactly. So, could you be interested in a internship?
But me be kicked out of academy because very bad.
But internship with Barlam.
Yes, internship with me.
No more arrows?
No.
Master,
No.
I help you. Yay!
Good, but do remember that this is an unpaid internship. We will provide 1 meal per day, and in different situations you might be needed to assume roles and tasks which are not normal to a internship, because this is a adventuring company.
Me want the meals written down in contract.
I write down a meal ticket, an actual like a small slip of paper. I write meal on it and give it to him.
No. Food.
Seems legit.
Food?
Food.
You will have food later.
Yay!
Okay, now look
What's,
at the...
what's a Day of the
Strange-
Dead celebration without a feast?
No, without an internship. I look at the gnome and cock my eyebrow.
Oh, well, I'm just heading to Mutton Chop.
Okay.
You just happened to catch me on the road. And honestly, I'll be glad for you to take this guy off my hands. No, you're cool, bro. It's just, where I'm going, people aren't too fond of goblins, and it could make things a bit awkward.
Ah,
It's okay. I
okay.
understand.
Okay. Alfie sniffs Barry for a moment and goes, do you know
The Muffin Man.
an old lady, by the way?
Do you know any old ladies? Several.
Oh, Barry, the bard. Why, I guess there's my nana, and then there's my grandma on my mum's side.
No, we are leaving.
there's
The
there's
gnome is
the,
starting to recite his family tree.
There's
Leave.
my aunt, she...
I was actually wondering if you knew Koira, but don't worry. The less said about her, the better. Let's go.
Koira?
Yeah, she's kind of my mistress.
Koira.
Yes.
That's Finnish for dog. Was that on
It's
purpose?
come back.
It actually wasn't.
Really?
Yeah, no, really.
That is amazing.
It actually was not on purpose. Koira being...
She's a wolf shaman as well.
Yeah, it was like a Scottish name, but I didn't know it was Finnish as well, so that's quite interesting.
No.
What's it Scottish for?
Seething pool. Seething pool.
This can't have been a happenstance.
No, it was. Koira was... I mean, because I made this quite a while back. I was doing
Oh,
that.
dude, if you ever get to Isenende, it's gonna drive you nuts, because half the names are taken from, like, Finnish, and the other half's, like, Swedish and Norwegian and, like, Danish. It's gonna drive you nuts.
No, but this is a very weird happenstance because he's a dog man.
Yeah.
I'm deeply
Her
disturbed.
surname's Cockburn.
Dog Cockburn.
Yep.
Cockburn.
Okay, so, guys,
True story.
here's the deal then.
This fucking name.
If you're going to take Snork with you, do you mind if we all travel together for today? I'm heading to Mutton Chop, so if you're not going that way, we'll part ways whenever. It is the Day of the Dead, and I do have food on me, so we can at least celebrate it with a good old-fashioned feast.
Feast!
I just stay silent.
I can purify food and drink if it helps, he says to Barlam.
It's like, look, if you're really suspicious and being all twitchy about it, here, and he hands you a scroll. It is a scroll for Bountiful Banquet.
I look at it, I can't make heads or tails of the glyphs, and I'm like, yes, right. I read it upside down. Interesting. What a spell.
I feed my chicken.
Wow.
Alpheus is amazed by this chicken.
So you continue to travel along with the gnome and the goblin for the rest of the day. The goblin, despite being a little bit eccentric, is actually completely harmless. He's pleasant. The goblin, I said, is pleasant enough company. And the gnome actually plays a mandolin and he sings for much of the journey and he makes everything a lot more entertaining. Whenever you see like a humanoid corpse at the side of the road from this whole disaster that's been going on, he does jump off to go tend to it, as it seems to be, for whatever reason, part of his Day of the Dead kind of activities, as he gives them a final dance and then leaves them by the side of the road and gives them a prayer before they go. Despite his antics, being kind of unusual to you, he seems to be, at least from his point of view, very respectful for them. Eventually, at the end of the day, as you come up to pull up a campsite, you set up your tent. You don't have tents, but you set up your campfire. He makes little paper hats for everyone, so you've all got festively coloured hats. He's pretty insistent that you wear it, even if your name is Barlam and you're a grump.
What colour did I get? I got 12.
You get a green one.
That's brilliant.
It's like a electric kind of green, so it doesn't just blend in with your skin colour.
That's
really
okay.
Luminescent.
Yeah, a luminescent green. And he uses the scroll of Bountiful Banquet to summon an enormous feast. A beautiful and delicious feast with hors d'oeuvres, 4 courses worth of food and plentiful drink.
I will say that it sounded like you said giant face. That's I started laughing.
Oh no. The food appears on ornate serving trays in exquisite covered tureens, appropriate to each type of dish. Place settings and serving utensils also appear, enough for each creature that will participate in the feast, along with elegant tablecloths and table linens.
Okay.
Doesn't
So
create
Alpheus can
furniture,
finally have a bacon sandwich then.
Yeah, so there's an enormous feast for you all. You've all got paper hats. He's playing music. He's even put places for the animals, because why the hell not? The spell covers enough people.
Like I said, I'll let Alpheus eat whenever I'll allow him to eat. And that's halfway toward the feast. About halfway past the feast.
I don't know whether he's earned your trust or not to eat it, but at least he and Snork are eating it quite happily.
But Alpheus probably would follow that. He probably wouldn't start until like halfway through, when he's like really hungry and when Barlam gives
Barlam
the
lets
signal.
him.
Yeah, I'll tell him like halfway through.
Are we slowly becoming a travelling circus?
I say thank you, and I just start tearing up chicken.
Oh, not my chicken, no.
All chickens in the world are not yours.
No, no.
Oh, not your chicken.
It's like Socrates' chicken. This chicken is yours, but not all chickens are yours.
What's the chicken's name?
Beaker.
Beaker.
No.
What, like a kiddie beaker?
Like the Muppet.
Beaker.
As a childcare worker, all I can think of is a kiddie drinks.
Oh yeah, I could. That's. I know. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. But he's also got a beak.
And an
You could have called him Beaky.
No beaker.
You have an amazing feast with fantastic music and entertainment, and it's probably the best night you've had since you arrived on this godforsaken continent. And maybe, just maybe, Barlam might smile for once.
No.
Nope!
No smiles.
Well, the rest of you at least have a jolly old time, and
He has a good time, but he's not smiling.
I hope our listeners have as well. Oh, and Alpheus dances very nicely.
Yes, he decides to do some last-minute dance and twerks.
And if you've
Twerk.
ever wanted to see
Take
a
your
Doge
booty.
man twerk, then
What that was for.
you're going to have to wait a while because this isn't animated or anything like that. Tough.
We just have to imagine it.
You just have to imagine a Doge-headed druid twerking.
I refuse to.
Alright, good. Okay, so who wants to start off with a level up? Ed, Joe, or Twermus?
I can do that. I took some thieving skills and more acrobatics at praise and stuff like that. And as for feats, I took improved initiative, giving me +4 to initiative.
Good, good. Could you please roll for your hit points 1d... What's that, 8?
1d8 plus
It's a
minus
date.
1 for me,
Okay,
and that's a maximum.
nice.
7.
Okay,
points.
so you can add that to your sheet yourself.
Thank you.
You've added all your skill points, I see, so that's good.
I did get sneak attack to 2d6 now, and what else?
You got the rogue ability Trap Sense, which gives you a +1 bonus on reflex and AC versus traps. So basically 2d6 sneak attack, trap sense 1, improved initiative, your base attack
Yes, it
bonus,
did,
your fortitude and your will went up. I don't know why your will should be up.
Yeah.
You got some skill points and you actually got a good amount of hit points. So
Yeah.
nice and straightforward there.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so that means Barlam is done. Who wants to go next?
May as well be me then.
Okay, Ed, could you also roll 1d8 hit points, please? 1d8 4 hit points.
Yeah, sure. 1d8 coming right up. 6.
And you have a bonus for your constitution as well. So that brings you up to a total of 30 hit points.
Sweet.
So that's not bad. For you, you also gained a +1 to your base attack bonus, your fortitude and your will. You have 4 skill points to assign. So if you load up your character sheet, take a gander at what you've got.
Sure.
You've got 4 skill points to put wherever you want.
Let's see here.
You could put one into spellcraft because you currently got nothing in that.
Yeah, that's a good call actually.
So spellcraft, you might want to put climb and swim because that will give you your class bonus, which will remove those armor negatives that you've got, and therefore if you wind up swimming in armor you probably won't drown.
It's cool because I wanted to put something in swim anyway.
Okay,
Swim.
I'll
climb,
tick
and I've got
thing
one
for you.
more left.
Okay, those were the main beats looking at your character sheet that I felt that you should would probably best have. You've got one more, so you might want to put it maybe in your nature, your perception. What else have you got?
Disguise. No. No, I'm fine.
Handle animals, always a druidy one. Your dancing.
I'm
Survival.
Yeah, survival's a good one. I'm going to put it in survival.
Alright.
Done and done.
Okay, you said you wanted the... What feat was it you wanted?
I wanted, for this level, combat reflexes.
Combat reflexes, for those who don't know, allows you to make more attacks of opportunity per round than you normally would. Normally you only get to make 1 attack of opportunity per round. Now he can do more than that.
Woohoo!
With the kind of trip thing I'm going on, it kind of just made a bit of sense to do that. I kind of wanted something else, but I will have to wait for that.
Yes. You also gained the class ability Trackless Step, which means that you leave no track when travelling in the wilderness unless you choose to.
Ooh, that's cool.
You also gained a 2nd level spell, so you now have access to better magics. So that's Alpheus pretty much done. In regards to Snuffles, and this applies to Teapot as well, because the animal companion's actually got a nice little power up this level up, they both gained +1 to their strength and dexterity, which actually moved both of them up into a new modifier, so their attacks and damage is slightly higher, their AC is slightly higher. They have gained +2 natural armor, which definitely helps keep them alive longer. They don't gain any hit points at this level, they don't gain any skill points or feats, but they do gain 1 new trick. So I believe you said ahead of time that you wanted to teach Snuffles how to heal, so he won't just run off like a nutter.
Absolutely, because that's one of the issues Snuffles has had since day one.
Yes, basically I've been using it as a plot device. Alright, and that's your level up done. So Joe, are you there?
Yes.
Could you roll a d8, please?
Where is the D8? There we are. Ooh.
Oh, nice dice rolls on everyone today. This is going to be a good level up for you guys. So you actually have a positive constitution modifier, so that's done. Your base attack bonus goes up by 1. Your fortitude and will goes up by 1. You gained trackless step as well, so you also don't leave any tracks in the wilderness. And you've stated ahead of time that you wanted the feat precise shot.
Yes.
Which means that when making ranged attacks against enemies that are locked in melee combat with an ally, you don't take a penalty and you won't accidentally hit your allies.
So I'll get shot for the chest again, will I?
Yeah, exactly. So everyone
unless I want it to happen.
Damn it.
Yeah, because she's now not going to accidentally hit you guys. Also, you have 6 skill points to assign. Looking at your character sheet, can you bring it up, or do you know how to do that?
Oh yeah, that's fine. Let me get that.
Yeah, you have a bunch of skills to assign.
Yep.
You have 6 skill points. You've got acrobatics and escape artist as class skills, and those aren't druid class skills. Oh, no, that is a half-elf thing. In which case, Joe, you should probably put at least 1 skill point into each of those. Makes you good at not getting caught by crazy monk witches.
Yeah.
And also, you've seen what Barlam can do with his crazy acrobatic skills. Okay, so I see you've assigned 1 into climb, into acrobatics. You put anywhere else? Oh, yeah, and I don't think you've looked at the druid spells for 2nd level, so I'm going to drop you a link to that, just so that you have a little bit of time to look over it.
Okay, there, use my skill points.
Okay, just take a gander, you get 1 of those a day. And that's your level up done, so there we go. And with that, we bid you all adieu.
Bye.
Right, adieu.
Bye.
Goodbye.
I like pie.
It's yet good time for some post-podcast credits. Give a big warm welcome to Pete as Snork, our new player, who is my wife's stepsister's partner, which makes us absolutely nothing. Or obscure Christmas relatives, but yeah, that's another story. And who knows, maybe we scared him away. Find out next time on the next episode of Band of Bothers Z, or Z, because we're British and Finnish. So let's roll on with the credits. First we have Bing Bang Bong by Dave James and Keith Beauvais, followed by Jazz Funk by Stefsax Awel. Then in chronological order we have Teller of the Tales by Kevin MacLeod, White Rose by Peter Crowley, Jazz in Paris by Meteorite Productions, Speed Chase by Alex Lisi, Brothers in Arms from Mad Max Fury Road of course, Jungle Artifacts by Kevin MacLeod, played when we level up, and The Pirate Bay by Sergey Gdanian. The SFX are by the Guild of Ambience, the MSSoundeffects, and myself. Most tracks are free to use or have had a payment for usage, although some fall under Creative Commons CC BY NC ND license.
Hey everyone.
I'm not finished, Steve.
Hey everyone.
Now I'm finished.
Hey everyone, thank you for listening to the Band of Bothers podcast. If you enjoyed the show and want to be really awesome, please leave a review to let others know how much you enjoyed it. We're still a really small podcast, so this will help us get noticed by more people and help us grow. You can also spread the love by tweeting about us using the Band of Bothers hashtag, and let all your followers know about how awesome or stupid you think we are. Fun fact, I am really bad at coming up with names for the NPC characters, so if anyone leaves a review or tweets about us using that hashtag, I'll be sure to name an NPC after you, so that way you too can be a part of this game. If you'd like to message us directly about either Band of Bothers or Charisma Check, please email us at bandofbotherspodcast@gmail.com. That's bandofbotherspodcast@gmail.com, all one word. You can also find us on most forms of social media under the name Band of Bothers or Band of Bothers Podcast. So thank you for listening and goodbye.